Welcome to the video that I filmed in St Petersburg in Russia. We visited by cruise ship and decided to do a cruise ship excursion to visit the Spilled Blood Church. It was kind of a half-day walking tour that ended in the Spilled Blood Church, and I'm going to talk a little bit in this video about the visas you need for visiting Russia by cruise ship and generally give you some travel tips if you are considering a visit to St Petersburg. We are going on our excursion.
So today what we're going to do, we are going to see the Spilled Blood Church, Spilled Blood Cathedral, which was called so, and we can perceive its name in a direct sense, not in a figurative but directly.
I don't normally take organised excursions with the cruise line. I normally just get off, wander around by myself, maybe do a hop-on hop-off bus, something like that. But in St Petersburg it can be kind of tricky to do that by yourself. It's totally possible, but you have to get your own visa, which I've known it to take a couple of months for a few people, and it can get kind of expensive. So I decided to do a ship excursion. I knew I was looked after and taken care of, and it was really good. I have my spy-like earpiece and radio. The tour that we took was one of these tours when you have to follow a man or a woman that holds a paddle with a number on it. The thing that struck me most about this tour and generally visiting St Petersburg was everywhere we went there were other tours from other cruise lines. So we'd be in the palace or wherever we were and it would be like, oh, there's one from NCL, there's one from Viking. It was really bizarre, but apparently they can have up to 10 cruise ships in St Petersburg at once, so no wonder it is really, really busy. There are so many palaces, cathedrals, grand gardens in St Petersburg, most of which were created by Peter the Great in the 18th century. We heard a lot about him on this tour. Like they do on most cruise ship excursions, they dropped us off at a shop and left us there for maybe half an hour. It's great if you want to use the toilet, but I never really buy souvenirs from places like this. There was a souvenir shop at the cruise port which was much cheaper, so we bought some there when we got back. I know this place as the Spilled Blood Church, but it seems to have a lot of names. It's Church of the Saviour on the Spilled Blood, Church of the Resurrection of Jesus Christ, etc, etc. It has a lot of names, but whatever it's called, it is seriously cool. It was built where Alexander II was assassinated, which is cool in itself, and it has so much history inside, and the mosaics are huge. There's Oceania Cruise Group, and then there's a Viking one over there. Literally so busy. So many cruise tours all at once. Oh, there's one, 40. We followed around our tour guide. It was really incredibly busy in there. It was jam-packed. You were standing right next to people. You couldn't really walk freely. You had to sort of follow the path of everybody else. So if you're not someone who likes crowded spaces, I wouldn't recommend coming. And also, if you can't stand for quite a long time, this probably wouldn't be the place for you to go. It is really cool, and I'm really glad I got to see it and learn all about the history. But if you don't like crowded places, you're gonna hate it. We did keep losing our tour guide too because it was so busy, and this is kind of the amount of space you have per person. If you don't mind crowds though, definitely go. It is so cool to see. I would 100% recommend it. I am very, very, very thirsty. That tour was actually a lot more walking than I thought it would be. Good though. Hey guys, I'm back from our tour. It included a lot more walking than I thought it would do. I didn't know it was a walking tour, but it was really, really good. Just tiring on my legs from the bike tour that we did yesterday. But we are still here with the Norwegian Breakaway and the Ada ship and the Oceania ship, and there is a Viking ship here too, so it's all going on in St Petersburg. We're going to go to dinner now. I'm not sure where, maybe the main dining room. I will see you there wherever we end up. I deserve some food. We are in 47. I'm going to have a roast and I think a chicken satay for a starter. And we have a really cool seat, so you can spy on everyone down there. Chicken satay and chicken satay. And we're just looking at our tour for tomorrow. Here is my roast, my cranberry sauce is coming, and Johnny's got a steak. All looks very yummy. Back to bar 11, haven't been there for a few days. This evening I'm going to have a hurricane, a fruity rum thing I think. So all of the top ones in white are included, and the blue ones you pay extra for, or if you have upgraded to the premium package like us, then that's fine. You can have all those too. There are so many drinks. So this is my hurricane currently. So good. Shows up all the time.
Thank you.
All very different bands, artists, but what floats your boat? What tickles your fancy? In 3, 2, 1, let's vote!
This is 35 minutes till showtime. It's already filling up. If you get the chance, definitely go to karaoke, sing if you can, and just watch. Some people are great, some people are very funny, but it still makes for a really, really good evening either way. There is the Norwegian breakaway all lit up. And we still have, oh no, the Ada ship has gone, and we've just got Oceana. Let's see if we can zoom in on them. Oh, I can literally see people walking around. I can't see in anybody's cabin, so that's good. Norwegian breakaway. Hey guys, we've just got back from the show and then we went to karaoke to have some of the free cocktails. Some of it was very good and some of it was very funny, but that is what I like about karaoke. We're going to go to bed now, so I will see you in the morning. We are in Russia again. We've got an overnight stay here, which is cool, so we are doing Peterhof Palace and Gardens tomorrow, so I will see you there. Oh, and also I am in the cruise news. I never thought I would be in cruise news, but it says braving the shave, and there's me, and there's details about my head shave there, so that is cool. People should know who I am. Not sure if that's good or bad, but hopefully we're going to raise a lot of money, and that is the point. I need to remember that. Our cruise actually stayed overnight in St Petersburg, which was great. Definitely take a cruise that stays overnight if you can. This meant we got 2 full days in St Petersburg. People went out in the evening to watch the ballet. We didn't. We stayed in and watched karaoke, but still the option is there. The next day, which will be the next video I'm bringing you, is where we visit Peterhof Palace and Gardens and we take the hydrofoil back to St Petersburg. It's really cool, so please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it. And leave me any comments if you've got any questions about Russia or St Petersburg. If you've ever been, let me know. I'm really glad I got to go. It was definitely the highlight of this Baltic cruise and I would recommend it to anyone.